In many places of the Arctic, we're seeing a great increase in tourism because of the northern lights, the cool location, and also the opportunity to be outside in the snow. But here in Karlsruhe municipality, the story is a little different because this is a small community, there's poor infrastructure, and many people here do either tourism on the side or small-scale tourism. So it's not as we see it many other places where there comes a lot of people, big buses, and that with companies that in some way overturn or destroy the environments. But our question here is can we develop tourism in a sustainable way in the future, as tourism probably will come to this region? And how can tourism actually contribute in a positive way, both for the community but also the surrounding environment, for nature and for people? And this is what we have been working with here in the A-Aagora project within the concept of ecotourism. So what is ecotourism? Ecotourism is a type of tourism which is quite small scale. It's small groups, and it works to promote both awareness and that people, when they travel here, that they get educated. It fosters the promotion of wildlife, nature, culture, but also how you can contribute in a positive way by being a guest, with contributing or being part of restoration efforts, citizen science as well. But also the aim of it is that the guests, they come home with some sustainable behaviors that they also can use at home and maybe also bring back home and talk to others about. So it has ripple effects, not only in the locality that the ecotourism is, but it also moves across the borders to the places that people call home. In this project, we have been working different ways on promoting or shaping ecotourism in this area of the Norwegian Demo. So together with local stakeholders, communities, the marine protected area, the municipality, and people just living around, we've been discussing and having workshops, meeting together on how we can develop sustainable and good ecosystem concepts, but also itineraries. One of the first things we started to do was to create visitor guidelines, so how visitors can be both respectful, both for the nature and the community living there. So what to think out when one is traveling on the sea, visiting bird islands, or just merely walking through the landscapes, how one should leave no traces or not disturb the animals, or be respectful when one meets people along the way. We have also developed different concepts within ecotourism together with local stakeholders and also the Marine Protected Area Board on how ecotourism can contribute in a positive manner, and the guests as well. And one of these concepts is kelp restoration and sea urchin, where there is supposed to be beautiful amounts of kelp forests. And one of these concepts is kelp restoration and sea urchin removal, where guests contribute or participate in removing sea urchins to restore the kelp forest. But at the same time, they also taste these urchins and resources from the sea to get a greater connection. So here we couple both this active participation, education, and also raising awareness and sustainable use of the marine environment as well. We have also developed a concept on bird watching, because outside in the marine protected area, they're beautiful, and some of the largest bird colonies here with puffins and different types of bird species, but also marine mammals when you sail out to these islands that are here. And here people can contribute both with citizen science aspects, collecting data, monitoring or registering the different birds that they see along the way. Another concept that we have developed is visiting a local. Here guests not only talk, maybe walk or sail out with a local, eat some food and share memories, knowledge, and just conversations, but they also get educated in both the culture, how humans and nature interact, history, but also raise awareness of how marine environments mean something different and is valued differently depending on where you live, how you connect with nature, and how you use it as well. What we also experienced during our research here is the importance of being out here, being here where things happen, being able to meet people when one is in the store or hiking or just meeting down by the boat. That the conversations that you have there can also generate an understanding of how people see tourism and the environments that's surrounding them, how they value them, and how they see the future of them. So for tourism doesn't have to be big scale, but here it can also be small scale. But when we also think about small scale here, it's also done in a different way. Many do it maybe next to another type of job that is not something that they do full time, or they do it as a hobby. What we can conclude is that tourism doesn't have to be big, small, can actually be more valuable. So it's tourism operators that either do it, small scale, or people who do it on the side, on a side job, maybe only in the weekends or as a hobby. And that is also something that we need to accommodate. And that we also did within the project, because now we're developing a business model for these small scale tourism businesses. So how can one do business when it's not full-time? What is important to think about, and how can one actually think about when was looking both with money-wise, but also logistics and guests and the infrastructure as well. And one of the challenges here, of course, is both this, that is the small scale, but also the infrastructure, that there's poor infrastructure in the area. It's difficult to get out here. But then one also has to ask, what type of tourism is it they want here? And when we have been talking and engaging with the tourism operators, they have been saying, well, they don't want what people have other places. They don't want the normal Northern Light tour. They want people to engage in a different way. They want them to be told a story of both the environments that they live within, about this beautiful archipelago, that one doesn't come here and just do the usual stuff, but is educated, that one gets involved, that one takes part in an activity, and both can contribute to the community, but also the nature that surrounds them as well.